Those changes come as reprimands for votes cast Friday during the DOT board elections. Lawmaker Sandra Parrish joins us live with more. Sandra.
In Wandy, 4 House members have lost their committee posts for voting for DOT Board Chairman Mike Evans over Speaker Glenn Richardson's choice, former State Representative Stacey Reese. But 3 of the 4 I spoke to today all say they were not surprised at the consequences. Representative Tom Graves had the most to lose. Stripped of his committee post and his position as a hawk, he even lost his 4th floor Capitol office. He took to the well today with a message for Speaker Richardson, using a story from former House Speaker Tom Murphy, who was similarly stripped of a chairmanship in the 1960s.
Now the chamber was silent as he moved down towards the well. And as he got to the well, everyone was in anticipation of an explosive response. This gentleman took the well and he said, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, there comes a time in every man's life where a man must say and he must do things that he would rather not. And he paused momentarily, and with a grin, he said, and today is not that day, and this is not the place. As you can imagine, most of the members were surprised, many disappointed, because as y'all, they had great tickets to a ringside fight. But this coach only came forward that day to make an announcement, and that was about a House basketball game against the Senate that night. Now, as many of you probably know, this young representative is who we know as Speaker Tom Murphy. Now, while I might not agree with all his politics, there's one thing about Speaker Murphy I think we all know, and that is that he understood the timing, and he understood the absolute importance and the independence and the integrity of this House. So, Mr. Speaker, history is a wonderful thing. It serves as a compass for the present, and it serves as guidance for the future. But make no mistake, it hasn't gone unnoticed. This is a low point in the House, and this is a dark day. However, as President Ronald Reagan said, peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. And with that said, this is the time and this is the place to put principles over politics. And this is the time and this is the place to produce sound public policy over political posturing. And this is the time and this is the day to make Georgia proud. In other words, it's time to lead.
Representative Martin Scott was also reprimanded. He received his notice secondhand.
I was copied in on a letter from the Speaker of the House, and I have it taped up on my window outside my office.
Scott says he stands by his decision to vote for Evans.
I don't want to be a part of a campaign of vengeance, and I think that that's really what that was all about. And I think a lot of us saw that, and we were open-minded. We certainly wanted to hear all the evidence of who was the best candidate for the position, and I think that people voted their conscience. I don't hold it against the other side for voting the way they did, and you know, I think that those who voted for Mr. Evans probably knew that there would be some vengeance coming at them, and we counted the cost and we voted principle nonetheless.
Speaker Richardson was not available today for a response to his actions, but his office tells me the House leadership fully supports his decisions. Meantime, online bloggers are predicting a coup may be in the works by some House members against the Speaker. Stay tuned. Reporting live, I'm Sandra Parrish for Lawmakers.